Alright guys, now we're headed to the Salon. Victory 35, 1995 model. We've been the original owners. This is our Salon. Give you a little panoramic view here before I go into details. We likewise made a few changes to this boat from the original design. One in particular was this shelf here behind the sink was just an open cavity originally, and I ended up putting the sliding doors on it just to make it a little more attractive. I'm really not big on clutter. I like everything to be in its place. Originally the countertop here in the kitchen was Formica. I made a pattern and took it to a Corian dealer and said, build me something that looks like this. And so this is how the counters ended up. Debbie, you want to open up the stove area? We have a 2-burner propane stove, and it's hidden under this cover plate right here. And our sink over here also has a cover. When you're entertaining, you can put these covers in, and they give a lot more counter space. The area here originally was a cabinet on the bottom where we have now put an ice maker, and on the top it was just an open storage compartment. But I built this shelf, or this drawer, for the top part for storage. And actually have a latch here for stormy weather so the door doesn't slide open and close. Some of these boats were offered with gimbaled stoves. We just weren't into that. This boat doesn't heal enough to warrant it, so we just went with a convection microwave in that space. But more and more we're finding that we're using this Instapot thing and just I don't know what you call this, just a small convection electric oven on the top, both of which, will run on our inverter fine if we needed to. A couple little other variations. Of course, there's lots of storage up in here. Came up with a cool little knife rack. Anybody wants to copy that? That was pretty cool. And of course, we don't need to look in every single cabinet, but you get the idea. Now, moving right along here. On the original boat, you got to realize, 1995, that was a long time ago. If you wanted a television on your boat, what you got was a big boxy television. It was before flat screen TVs were really out there. And this area right here was cut out, a recessed shelf, and that's where your combination TV, AM, FM radio, tape player all built into one sat. Got rid of that, closed it all in, put another door on here. We chose to have doors put on all of our compartments. A lot of the Victories were built with just open storage compartments. Another addition we made was in this area here. There never was a door on any of the Victories, but we ended up putting in an extra door so that we could get into this space a little more easily. There's a huge storage compartment back here, which you can access from snapping the cushion off of the settee if you choose. But for the things we get to most often, this extra door has helped out a lot. Again, more storage. The table here does not fold down into a bed. I think there might have been one Victory where they did that. The step stools here originally were covered in a carpet and had cushions on top. We redid them with a Formica covering and put rubber feet on the bottom so they don't scratch the floor. This is the doggy gate. We have 2 pups, so if we want to go off somewhere and don't want the dogs to get into the side compartments, we can close this off for them. And let's see, of course, storage underneath what we call the nav station. I think when the boat was built, they envisioned people sitting here poring over their charts on this area, but That didn't work. And let's see. Oh yeah. Now it is a new day, so we have the large screen TV. We also just recently put on Starlink, which we've been very, very happy with, so we can get the reception to stream stuff just about anywhere we are. Refrigeration. The Victories have been built with all variations of refrigeration. This one is a 12-volt refrigeration only. It has what I consider to be an enormous freezer compartment. And slam that for me, dear. And an enormous refrigerator compartment. And the 12-volt, I mean, this is the original 12-volt refrigeration system we've had in the boat. And these are the temperatures that we are getting today. 8 degrees in the freezer, 36 in the refrigerator. There's nothing to complain about there. Electrical panel. Not going to go through the entire gamut here, but just basically we do have a wind generator on the arch in the back. We've got about 400 watts of solar on the back, both of which do help out a lot. The 2 air conditioners, the washing machine, and ice maker. We cannot run every single thing we own all at the same time off the inverter. We have a 2,000 watt inverter, so we have to be a little selective. You know, don't run the coffee pot and the microwave at the same time, that kind of thing. But, you know, that works for us. Let's see, we also did curtains on our boat, trying to knock out some of the heat. Or they're blinds, excuse me, you're right, they're blinds. Oh, I gotta show you this really cool thing here. Debbie, would you demo? Would you demo this? One of the things about this boat is if you're sitting in the salon area, the 2 hatches that could bring fresh air are behind you. So the air that gets blown in, you don't really feel it because it's coming in that hatch and blowing right out the door. So Debbie invented this little gadget. And it's amazing what this thing will do. As the wind is caught from outside, this redirects it. And if you're sitting over here in the salon seat, it'll blow it right on you. We've got one, you know, for each side. And that's really been pretty cool. I'm surprised that some manufacturer hadn't come up with that. So that's our salon area. Hope you've enjoyed the tour, and there'll be more to come.